What is going on, Panther Lair? We are back talking about the Pittsburgh Panthers victory over the Longwood Lancers this past Friday night. It would be really hard to do a recap of this game without talking about Damarco Minor's game high 23 points, which included 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He did this on an extremely efficient 5 of 8 shooting, 4 of 7 on 3-pointers, and it's primarily because he was able to get to the free throw line 10 times, making 9. You actually have to go back 2 seasons to find another game in which he was able to get to the free throw line at least 10 times. So really good job for Minor. I said after the Youngstown State Penguins game that I wasn't concerned about him at all. I really feel that he's going to be what this team needs. I knew that he was going to take more shots in this game. It's just like by default he was going to do this. Corin did not have as strong a performance in terms of offensive output. He did a really good job on the glass. So here we have Minor kind of filling up in that role here on Friday. And I think he's going to continue to be able to do this. I don't know if he's going to be able to make 4 3-pointers every game as a guy who's not necessarily a 3-point specialist, but I do think that he is going to be one of the sources for outside shooting over the course of the season. So let's take a look at those 4 3-pointers here. First one about halfway through the first half. I really like Amari Witherspoon's ability to apply rim pressure. I think I may have mentioned that already before, but not only that, but he just really understands where the help is going to come from and who's going to be open as the result. So as Corin's man helps over here, you're going to see Corin's going to try to crash down, which means that Suolipa's guy is going to have to tag by sliding even further down. So he knows that's going to leave Suolipa over, who I already think, and I mentioned in this last clip, is going to be a pretty good connecting piece. And here we go, finds an open Minor who is ready to shoot. First 3-pointer of the game. End of the first half here. I really do like these empty side ball screens if they're set around the wing. I just think there's more opportunity to create here. I'll talk about that in a little bit. I also like that Corin, he comes up here and for a second, you're not really sure where he's going to set this screen. I don't think he completely just changes the angle, but him setting the inside ball screen ends up working because his defender is on his left side and has to cover more distance when this gets flipped. Like you see, it makes that hop step. 2 end up going to the ball, and even though Corin doesn't receive the ball here, he does kick this to the 1 pass away Witherspoon, like this pump fake. Again, drives, applies rim pressure to go to the ball. Witherspoon understands that Minor is going to stay in his vision. Slides down along the wing for his second 3. So here we go. I've talked a lot about not really always loving this kind of 5-out offense in which the big is initiating things. I think this wastes time. This isn't going to be a DHO. It's going to be a pitch ahead. But you're going to see when you try to set these little bit more empty side ball screens more around the corner and just kind of right around the break that there's just less that comes out of these. Don't love those. We see Witherspoon is going to try to ISO here, but then he ends up kicking it to Minor, who hits a contested 3 for his 3rd of the game. Again, tough shot making. Going to have to be part of this offense. Last one here. Clearly playing the screen here. Conti's defender clearly playing the screen usage. Does take 2 with him. High tag here on Conti, so this is not going to be able to be a roll situation. Defense ultimately, I think, just kind of gets the reset here. But in the attempt to reset and switch, Minor just raises up and hits a deeper 3. Again, semi-contested, takes advantage of the communication there to try to switch. I do still think tough shot making, it's going to have to be a part of this offense. And you could say, like, well, isn't that a part of everyone's offense? Well, it is to a degree, but I think the Panthers are going to struggle a little bit more to generate good looks than other good teams. So in that regard, I think that Cummings and Minor are going to have to continue to be like this if Pitt's going to be very successful over the course of the season. Do think that Minor is going to be an integral part of this offense, whether it's making plays for others, he's going to do that. Whether it's controlling tempo, I think he's going to do that. Or like Friday night when he's going to have to score a little bit more because somebody isn't. And I think that he's going to continue to fill that role.